Creepiest things kids have ever said. A man's mother passed away in a car accident when he was 6. When his 2-year-old daughter saw a picture of her grandmother for the first time, she laughed. He asked what was so funny, and she looked at him and said, "That's my special friend who sings to me." A man's 3-year-old daughter stood next to her newborn brother and looked at him for a while, then turned back to her dad and said, "Daddy, it's a monster. We should bury it." A woman and her 4-year-old son were waiting for their food at Panera. The son started rubbing her belly and talking to it. She asked what he was doing, and he said that he was talking to the baby. She informed him that she was not pregnant, and then he said, "There is a baby in your belly. I just saw it crawl across the floor and climb up into you." A woman's 5-year-old asked her when he was going to be 23 years old. She told him in 18 years. He replied, "Well, I hope I don't die again, because that's how old I was last time I went to heaven." A family moved into a new furnished apartment with an unsettling painting in one of the bedrooms that looked like hair free-flowing in the air. The 2-year-old son was being settled in for his daily nap when he suddenly said he didn't want to sleep in that room. Mom asked why, and he said, "The painting looks at me and tries to talk to me." A woman drove past a cemetery with her 3-year-old daughter in the back seat every day. The 3-year-old would tell her the people in there would wave to her. This went on for a while until the woman stopped driving past the cemetery forever, when the daughter said a lady in there wanted her to come in. A 4-year-old girl would spend every day with her great-grandmother, and every time she went home, she would say, "God be with you." One time when she was leaving, she said, "Go with God." Her mom tried to correct her, but she said it again. That night, her great-grandmother passed away. A woman's 3-year-old son was softly singing while he was coloring. She had never heard the song before, and she asked him where he'd learned it. He said, "The lady in my bedroom sang it to me." A woman's mother was babysitting her daughter while she was at a doctor's appointment. The daughter said, "Oh no, Grandma, Mama's not coming anymore today. She was in a bad accident." The mother had been in an accident that almost killed her, and none of the family had yet to be notified. A woman was sound asleep when she was awoken by her 4-year-old in the middle of the night. She looked right into her eyes and whispered, "I want to peel all your skin off." The woman had been sunburned recently and was starting to peel, but it's still absolutely terrifying. A family was driving down a dark, snowy highway late one evening. The son, who was 4 years old, was in the back seat when he suddenly covered his face with a blanket and announced loudly, "I don't want to get glass on my face." A few moments later, 2 cars in front of them crashed into each other, spinning out of control. Fortunately, the family avoided the incident and glass in their face. A woman's young daughter once asked if she could share her breakfast in bed with a dead baby in her closet. The mom thought she meant one of her dolls, so she went to pull one out. Until the daughter quickly said, "No, not a doll, the dead one that sleeps on the closet floor at night." A mom found her 4-year-old daughter in the bathroom with all of her Barbies, making them float face down in the bathtub. When Mom asked what she was doing, she replied, "The man in the wardrobe told me if I didn't do it, it would be my turn to swim face down." A family had a cat that had stillborn kittens. The 3-year-old son asked if they could make crosses for them. As he was making them, he asked his dad, "Aren't those too small?" "What do you mean?" And he said, "Aren't we going to nail them to them?" Dad, after several moments of silence, said, We're not going to do that."